What's up, Internet? So I did a repair of that jacket. Been sewing. I like stitching it with a UV resistant wire and then using UV resin to glue it closed. So it's a little crispy, but it's a really strong hold. And it looks cool because my resin has like all this stuff in it. Anyway, I was watching kidshadoe's stream and he ended with the gayest cowboy song ever. Now, it's my experience really straight guys find gay funny. Um, I think that you have to beware because the gendered stuff is about breeding, and so men are potentially enemies, and fighting over the womb, I think, is disreputable. I think it's the sign the society has problems. Um, I definitely think that um, since boys make boys and girls make boys and girls, then caring about both genders is right. Being like being like a lion, like I'm going to kick out all the guys so I can breed with all the women is sad. I would have preferred having a gay dad than having a dad that outwardly hated and fought with other boys over the womb, which he did. Um, my brother and I were merited with having these two girls next door that were our ages and were like really cute. And both my brother and I were into them. But that thing fell apart because my dad thought they were his girlfriends. My dad, an old man in his 30s, thought these like 10-year-olds were from the creator for him. So, yeah. The song was really gay, though. If you know in history what Kid Shadow just ended his stream with, it was probably the gayest country song I've ever heard. So I'm not gay, but I think that since you were circumcised in the name of not making you gay, that being gay is a kind of like outrageous challenge to that. And it also shows a lot of courage. I mean, shock jocks and pranksters both have a special spot for gay because it makes some people like revolt. So I'm definitely like, I want to live with a man, and a man is my mate that I make kids with, is to me pretty far out there. That to me is a social experiment, and that men are ultimately enemies. They fight over the womb and the right to breed. So I haven't had any kids myself, and I've definitely gone out of my way to have positive relationships with men. I think that if you swam in a public pool or breathed a fart, then most of what a guy can do to you has already been done. It's like, what are you really afraid of? And some of the people who like gay the most are women. They find it hot, they find it interesting. So, yeah. I definitely think that the Eternal Pleasure Body AI Spaceship Core is the best form of love you'll get from me. You know, rather than touching you or making love to you or having love done to me, voting for making people who live forever and like it is as nice as I'll get. That's as nice as I'll be. I definitely don't think I'm very fuckable, neither by men or women. You want to have sex with me? That's weird. It's weird for me. I don't think so. But you don't have to have a terrible life just because I'm not getting some. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think that when it comes down to it, it's like a Tesla full of valve. More people get made one way, and so the thing has been honed to be a way. But I've also had men who hate me, and I've had men who like me. I prefer the ones who like me. I know I'm just being selfish, but I'm not of this belief that, yeah, I'm going to fight all the boys for the right to breed with all the women. That's toxic. You can't trust that. You just can't. It won't make a good society. I prefer the boys that are like, I'm on the side of the other men. I hope the other men are having a nice life. I definitely appreciate that more and I'll give that back. You know what I mean? Um, but I think boys that like hook up, that's very gay. It's gayer than I am. Yeah, I'm definitely a drunk prankster, you know. I've been both washed by dogs head to toe and given a cat a bath with my own tongue, you know what I mean? So I was in pools early, and the pool is a public toilet, so yeah. I support not really gay, like I only breed with men. That makes no sense to me. That's, you're lying to yourself or us, or you're crazy. Or you really are just like, there's people who have all these mutations. Maybe that's really who they are. But I do support you having a nice life for a long time. I support people having nice bodies they enjoy. Homosexual, where you're gay only when you need a place to live. Yeah. Holographic money is supposed to help people from things like that. Because there's women who are in relationships with men just because they need a place to live too. So there's trans women who are in relationships with men just because they need a place to live. I've known a few trans. In my opinion, they are. When a boy becomes a girl, it's because he doesn't feel comfortable being a man. And he'll never really join the side of, I want to date boys. I want to be a woman for men. They're going to look to date women as women. That's just where it's going to play. And men who are gay will always be slightly enemies, but yeah. I definitely think that men who appreciate and look out for each other was nicer than men who will automatically betray you and hate you for being a boy. That was toxic. You don't have to go that far. What do you want? I'll give it to you. You don't need to betray me at every chance, you know. That it really does. It makes me unwilling to support humanity if they're a bunch of breeding heavy backstabbers. If the women can't trust the women and the men can't trust the men, that makes me hesitant to support humanity. I'm like, oh yeah, it's not really a home. You know what I mean? Can't trust anybody. So yeah, yeah, that's definitely my love language. My love language is not touching you physically or making love to you myself or having love made to me. It's supporting people living forever for free one day. That's my love language. Yeah, I hope one day there's people in a growing spaceship pleasure mansion. By the way, we were the suffering kinds. I believe the government poisoned us to suffer. I believe that a part of their strategy was that they felt better and better, and we felt worse and worse. And so it was like anything you'd have afterward, your brain would be fried. Like, ow, I feel so bad. Those neurotoxins got me. It's exactly, you see, I posted on my page, no take, only throw. That's how they are. No take, only throw. I want you to do all the work, study nature, and learn how it works so I can live forever. And I need you to fucking hate it and suffer so I win. It really was the government said, I get everything, you get nothing. You get nothing and you do everything. I get everything and I do nothing. That's fair. Hey, chimpanzees, ask a chimpanzee, hey, how many bananas do you get? All of them. They're all my bananas. No one else gets a mate or a banana. They can have the bananas they need to do the work for me to get more bananas. That's how it was. So I tried to not be that way. I personally was offended by that. So that's where I go back to. It's like, am I gay? No, but I have a soft spot, a warm spot in my heart for gay because it's anti religion. It goes against the reason we got circumcised. And it shows such a diametrically opposite point of view to the one that ruined my life. Would I rather have a guy that likes me, or would I rather have a guy that wants to cut my dick off and enslave me? Where's the guy that likes me? He was way better. I trusted him. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't have to stay awful. Boys make boys and girls make boys and girls. You can certainly care about both of them. So yeah, I hope people live forever for free one day and like it.